like how they didn't cheer for Joe. We're setting a good precedent for the new year. I like it. How we doing, Dallas, you sons of bitches? Folks, this is a very special night. You don't even deserve it.
What?
No, you deserve it. You guys are cool. This is a very special night because tonight we are kicking off the 2025 Glass Cannon Live Tour. Tonight!
Let's go.
And we're also starting a brand new adventure with brand new characters and a brand new story written by...
Wait! Joy's GM screen falls. Kate and Sydney, we get $5 from Joe and Skid. Yes!
Wait, really?
Skid owes me $5 and Joe owes me $5.
We bet on nearly every aspect of this show tonight, and Kate and Sydney are already up.
I've got a spreadsheet.
I can't believe it happened like 7 minutes into
Wow.
Were you guys just gambling backstage on minutia?
Wait, have you really? This happened like last night? Did you really like infect these two?
Yup.
You came in late on your flight, so...
I don't want to be part of this game.
I wonder
You
why
are
this...
involved.
I wonder why this
Wait, there's
Game
more?
Master Screen
You are
Company
involved.
went bankrupt. So you owe them $5 each?
Yeah.
Well, I owe Sydney $5 and Skid owes Kate $5.
Yeah.
You just hopped in on that parlay?
No, I don't even know what's going on.
That happened.
Wow, incredible. As if someone messed with the screen before the show. Which didn't happen, is what I'm saying. Nobody messed with the screen.
Well, you ruined the show. We're starting a brand new adventure, a brand new story. I say written by me, but that's not really fair because there's no show. I have nothing. My notes say once upon a time, and the second line says role play sex stuff? Question mark? That's all I got.
Ow, ow!
We did offer you earlier. You were like, I don't know, the show could go a lot of ways. And we're like, well, if you need to vamp, just tell us, and we'll just fill in an improv smut.
We got you.
Yeah, I know you can do that. As we start this new show tonight in the Lone Star State, all I can think is, what a terrible mistake we've made. This is a real bad idea. That's how I feel going into this. I'm like, we had a good thing going for 7 years, and now we're just gonna ruin it by making shit up. Am I right or am I wrong?
Wrong.
Oh, overwhelming. Boo!
There's nothing more horrifying than like telling a crowd to boo you, like actively. That feels weird. Thank you. Boo! Yeah, keep it coming.
Yeah.
Boo! Yeah.
I hear that sound in bed at night. In all honesty, I'm only half joking about this. I've been in Dallas since Tuesday. I flew out here with my wife and 3 children a few days ago. My babies are just a couple miles away. Couple miles away from here. They don't know what Dad does for a living.
Do you ever try to explain?
I tell my son, I'm like, see all the people Daddy has to talk in front of so you can thank your grandmother. I don't yell, but they have no idea what I do. They're like, why is Daddy only here 20 days a month?
My daughter refers to this as speaking into microphones.
Aww.
It's very cute.
She's so smart. That's exactly what we're doing.
I've been out in Cedar Hill the last couple days. Anybody from Cedar Hill in the house? Yeah! Keeping Allegra alive. There's a lot of allergies out there. It's horrible. But I've been out there at my father-in-law's home/retirement funhouse, and we had a great week. We went to the Perot Museum, which, contrary to popular belief, my father-in-law kept saying, go to the Perot Museum. I'm like, I don't need to see a museum about Ross Perot.
That's exactly what I thought.
That's what I thought.
He never explained it. And for 2 days, my wife and I were like, we don't care about Ross Perot.
What is it?
It's like a natural science museum. It was awesome. It was amazing, yeah.
So it's not like a Ross Perot presidential candidate library.
No.
His name, the Perot family, they didn't even say Ross Perot.
No.
But it was awesome. We played with robots and shit.
Some billionaires try to do good in the community.
Boo.
We went there. We went to the Dallas World Aquarium. Had some awesome Tex-Mex. Had some great barbecue at Terry Black's. Woo! I like Terry Black's because there's no line. But I've been taking in the normal Texan calorie count of 8,000 calories a day. I feel like if I sneeze, a wet bag of laundry is going to come out of my ass.
That might be
full.
the grossest thing you ever said.
Look at Kate's face.
I pictured it so vividly when you said that. I hate that.
I've been eating a lot, drinking a lot. But I woke up this morning and my initial thought was like, oh man, I don't want to do this. And that's how I know that this is exactly what we should be doing. That's the sign.
Yes.
The team got in yesterday, and I met up with them at lunch today. And as always, I wish we had recorded our lunch, though it would have had to have been heavily edited.
Oh, the lunch? Are we going to talk about the lunch?
No, we
Is
can't
the
talk
waiter
about the lunch.
We should talk about the lunch.
We can talk a little bit about the lunch. What do you want to... Did you give the waiter tickets?
Yeah, we have to check.
I think
Mark,
he might be-
Mark, are you
Mark
here? No.
Oh, I forgot to put his name on the list.
Oh, shit. Did you really?
Poor Mark is outside the theater right now.
Mark! Somebody let him in!
Someone let Mark in.
He served Kate water begrudgingly.
Yeah, I didn't get any water, actually.
No?
You know what, Mark? Stay outside. Matthew didn't get any water.
Water shortage in Texas. It's
The
landlocked.
lunch was lovely, and our waiter was great. We were talking about the most nonsensical shit at the table, and it wasn't even about the game. I think somehow we got on the subject of turtle.
Like how turtles bang.
Right, I said that at the aquarium I saw a turtle situation up close and I didn't see a penis or a vagina.
So then because we're smart people, we're like, let's talk more about this.
Yeah, I was
and
like, how does it...
figure out the answer.
And we all started like saying what we thought. We're like, they lay eggs. So like turtle stuff is probably inside. And we're like, let's Google image search what that looks like.
Yeah.
I went to incognito mode for that one.
Yeah.
And just as Matthew is talking about how it works, he's like, well, actually, this is fascinating. So turtle penis, like on his phone, our waiter walks up and looks at Matthew's phone and goes...
And I said, couldn't think of anything else to say. I said, it's for work.
Yeah. He said, it's for work. The waiter was like, okay. And then later came back and was like, so what do you guys do
you do?
for work?
For work?
Also, Kate, at the same exact time, was sharing a picture around the table of all of us, of basically Father Dick Bubbles, but there was 7 of them, and they each had our head on it.
Like with our
And
chests.
so the waiter comes up and sees a turtle penis and a shirtless priest.
All of our faces go in.
And he's like, what is going on at this table?
And it gets worse though, because then he's like, what do you do for work? And I think Joe just went, do you know Dungeons and Dragons?
That's how that conversation always starts. And he goes, yeah.
And then we invited him to the show. So that's how that
But we failed to actually
But
make
unfortunately,
it
he couldn't get
possible
in.
for him to
Let's move on with the show.
Let's move on with the show. Sorry, Mark.
Sorry, Mark.
I don't know. Maybe it's because we started drinking at noon today, but I feel great.
I feel
Yeah.
pretty good.
Woo!
I feel great.
The post-holiday doldrums have started to subside, and pitchers and catchers have reported.
Yeah,
It's
man.
a great time to be alive. Maybe cold in Texas, but it's warm in my pants.
Yep.
Because of the laundry.
Nothing like warm, wet laundry. It's on a cold winter day.
How do you feel, Joe? I feel like you're sort of the, not your pants, but like how do you feel emotionally? You're the emotional heart of any show you're on, and I feel like you set the tone for
Joe is the heart. Troy's the ass, and you're the heart. You're the
And
heart of the glass can.
I'm the brains.
Yep.
And
Okay, now this metaphor is going
We don't
out
have
of
to-
control. I was fine with ass, but you're no brains.
Yeah, you're.
How do you feel?
I feel, oh man. Well, I'll tell you this. I came into the show feeling the same way that you do. Very, very nervous. New show, new character. starting to play a new character is very stressful. You don't really know their voice yet. I don't even know the situation. I don't know how we're going to interact with the other characters.
There's no player's guide.
I don't like improving. It stresses me out. And so I'm like, should I like script some stuff? Troy's like, don't script anything. We're going to wing it. It's going to be great. And I'm like, but I'll tell you what, the VIP hang pre-show was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
It like put
I
me
couldn't
at
have
ease.
had more people be like, no matter what you guys do, it's going to be awesome. It was
Yeah.
very meaningful and awesome and gave me a lot of heart. So thank you so much. The heart is the audience, Troy.
Yes.
The heart is the nation.
Yes.
Except you, madam, you're the ass too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There can be more than one ass.
There could be more than
More
one
than
ass.
us,
So wait, so if the heart is the audience and Troy is the ass, what does that make the rest of us?
Arm or a finger.
I tits.
Somebody goes to the tits.
Someone keeps going.
Skids the tits.
Skids the tits. That
thanks.
makes sense.
All right.
Skid, you are the tits. I
Thanks.
love you.
Thank you.
How are you? You love Texas.
I do. I love
There's
it.
not enough museums in this town to keep you busy.
I know. We did. I was very excited. We've been planning for a while. Like when we get here, because we found out.
It sounds a little complicated to describe it.
Yeah.
Try.
Because we found out that, of course, the people here probably realize, but maybe for people watching later, that this is the theater that Lee Harvey Oswald fled to after he shot President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Allegedly shot John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and then allegedly shot Officer J.D. Tippit. He came here to watch about maybe 20 minutes of War is Hell and then get arrested and later shot. So we're really excited it was like, I want to walk in the footsteps of Lee Harvey Oswald. So we went to Dealey Plaza, and I'm showing out because some of you hadn't been here before, and it was just like, there's the first, we got shot first, the governor, it's like, there's the shot to the head, and like,
It was crazy. I was like, where's the grassy knoll? And they were like,
You're standing on it.
I was
Yeah.
like, they were like, that's the grassy knoll. I'm
Yeah.
like, that looks like every shitty bridge apartment that like everywhere in New Jersey.
I know.
Ooh,
It-
they're
it's
very
really-
protective about the grassy knoll. How dare you,
Big
besmirch?
grassy knoll crowd.
Say what you will, it's a great vantage point. So that's
Really great line of sight.
Yeah. So then we took because Lee Harvey Oswald famously took a bus and then a cab to get back to his boarding house. We just took a cab. We went back to his boarding house, which is now a museum, and we stood out front and we sort of timidly wondered if we could go inside. And I rang the doorbell, and no one answered.
It was a Ring doorbell, which I don't think was
I don't
historically
think it's
accurate.
original.
Yeah.
I don't think it's original. But then a tour group showed up, and we were kind of racing them.
Well, the sign was like, make an appointment.
Yeah.
And
Which
I was
we
like,
tried.
Skid,
Which
did you
I
make an
tried to
appointment?
do.
He was
did
like,
try.
I tried to
I
make an
called.
appointment.
They didn't answer.
We
They
called,
didn't
nobody
answer.
answered. They didn't answer the door. Seems like they didn't really want us there.
But anyway, we walked the way he walked after that
Yeah.
on the way to shooting this officer. And I was like, is this a path he walked? And Skid was like, I have chills. This is the exact way he went.
It was like just one, and it's not. I was trying to explain this to my therapist because she could tell I was getting really excited. I was just like, why are you this excited about like following in the footsteps of a murderer? And I was just like, no. It's not about the murder. It's about being in that close in the place where an event of this kind of significance took place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, I was just, and someone is like, I've spent so much time like reading about it and watching movies and everything. And it was just like, to actually be in the place is just, it really did give me chills. It wasn't just the lethal sub-zero temperatures. It was also.
I walked by today as well because our hotel is really close by, and I saw the statue of George Dealey, and all I could think was like, do you think his family is happy or sad? Like everybody knows Dealey Plaza.
Everyone
That was
always,
the goal.
Everyone always leaves out George Dealey.
Yeah, no.
know.
Why is nobody talking about George Dealey, the second shooter?
I know.
Well, no.
That's right.
I don't think so.
That's right.
Ooh, tough crowd.
Yeah, tough crowd.
Crowd.
But it is really cool to actually like be in this theater now.
At lunch, they had a drink named after the grassy knoll.
We did. We had
my
grassy knoll.
Mark
hoppers.
recommended it, and it was
Mark
delicious.
recommended
Thanks,
it.
Mark.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
it had little bits of head.
George Dealey had been dead 15 years by the time this assassination happened.
Yeah.
Troy.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
If you're listening on Discord, I said the drink had little bits of head in it.
Well, okay.
We're streaming this to Discord tonight.
Very, very poor taste.
And they
Very
didn't
poor
like
Thanks
that
for welcoming
drink.
Like the
us
drink
into your
was
They're still smarting from
City.
that death.
Yeah.
Back and to the left is where I want to leave right
Again,
now.
I didn't really want to focus on the act itself as much, but it is cool to be this close to history.
Sadly, that's all the time we have for show tonight. No, we'll make up stuff for a couple hours. We're gonna do something a little different tonight. New tour, new year, new story. Something that people have asked for a long time, including Joe's small bladder, is an intermission. So we are gonna do an intermission tonight, so that you can go and drink more because we're a lot funnier after a couple cocktails, and buy some merch, and then we can pee and refresh as well. So get ready for a mid-ep Cliffy.
Yeah! Part 1, part 2.
McDermott, bring me a bag of 5 bottle caps at your earliest convenience.
Whoa.
That sounds good for us.
It is
how
something
many-
I may use this evening.
That's how many there are of us, guys.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
coincidence.
Do you, think?
are the brain.
Thank you. And I did that all in my head.
Wow.
It's as
Yeah.
many as
They
there
say she
are
can't
of
do
us.
quick math. That was amazing.
Thank you. New
Yeah.
year, new me.
We're going to show in Austin tomorrow night. Who's coming to Austin? That is wild.
Amazing.
That is wild.
Incredible. Hell yeah.
You guys are awesome. Well, we're gonna do this. I don't know why I drunkenly agreed to this, but we are gonna do this, and it's
I think
gonna
we're
be
all
great.
nervous. We're all very nervous.
Well, it's, you know what it is.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
I'm nervous.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not nervous. I feel like we could read from the phone book and make it imminently funny. Oh, McD, ladies and gentlemen, Brian McDermott.
Oh,
Oh, there's only 4. No, I'm kidding. There's 5. I have 5 bottle caps here. We are playing a game called Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Nominally.
Kate, I'm going to give you 3.
Okay.
You may share it with your table or not.
Oh.
Joe, perhaps you and the...
The chairs are a little unstable.
You look like you're going to fall again. I'm
I'm worried.
going to give you 2. Feel free to give 1 to the brains.
Thank you for calling me my title.
You all get 1 cap. When you tap your cap, it's done. I will probably not give out any more caps. But you will get 1 cap an episode.
Yeah.
Yay!
You got to do something really good for me to untap your cap. And if you ever get 2 caps, check my temperature.
Okay.
Because I must be sick.
Can we
Oh,
do
like
it?
we keep this and like it's like
That's
tap?
your tour cap for the year.
Wait.
Wait, we get 1.
We only get.
You were too busy
have
talking
to-
to your friend. And you missed how the caps work.
We were talking about how cool the caps are.
Yeah, and you missed it, so now I'm not going to tell you again.
The relevant information is that we will have to take Troy's temperature rectally. If you so,
TDLR. You
just
have
be
to.
careful what you wish for.
He is the ass. I don't know how else we would take his temperature.
So true.
You get 1 cap per episode. Once you tap the cap has been used. Maybe, very rarely, will you get to untap the cap, and you will almost never get 2 caps.
Oh.
I see.
I like it.
I like
Tapping the cap.
I like it.
Tap
When we
that
tap it, you want us to like turn it over or something?
Don't
like
worry
magic.
too much about how it works.
Okay.
Tap, by the way, is trademarked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
well-
that a magic thing?
It
It
is
is a
true.
magic thing. That's what I said.
You're not allowed to say that.
No one out there used that.
Pop your cap.
No, but tap rhymes with cap.
Pop your cap.
Dap the cap.
We'll dap the caps.
Dap the cap.
Dap the cap?
Dap
Yeah.
the cap.
I won't
Trademark.
immediately.
We just trademarked it.
forget about this.
That's how it works.
TM, TM,
When you're,
TM.
when you're doing a recording, you trademark things. Dap the cap.
Dap the cap.
All right. I want you to all take a ride with me in an imagination copter. It's taken off! 2017. We did this in LA. Some of the people in this audience were at that LA show, right?
Was it
Ricky?
2017? 2018.
2017. Well,
2018.
I don't fucking
October
know.
2018.
Dude, I don't know what happened yesterday.
Oh, wait,
You have children.
by the way, I think the timer just started on the first bet on the
Yes,
spreadsheet.
I said mark the time. Okay. Oh. Don't worry about it.
It's happening.
There's another bet going on? Is it how long until someone else gets to speak?
Troy, I have a spreadsheet. I have a
I've got-
spreadsheet.
Hour of exposition. All right, so can you guys feel it? Can you feel the wind in your face? Don't stick your head too far out of the copter. You could get your head chopped.
You got to duck when you get out.
And then you die and not hear the story. I want you to picture this scene unfold as you were flying through this imaginary land.
Okay.
Okay,
Done.
I'm ready.
Check.
Pause for edit.
What's next, though?
Shut up.
I don't understand.
Shut your mouth. We see a group of people. A peep. We see a little peep that you get at Easter. Shut up. Taking it back. If you're listening on Discord, shut up.
The camera closes in on a peep.
On a peep. Yes.
Ominous music plays in the background.
I am a marshmallow representation of Christ rising from the dead.
Easter weekend, 1963.
How much time you got left, Private?
Oh my God. That's so funny.
We see a group, man. We see a group of people traveling over land from far away. Lord of the Rings type shot. And we get in close and we start to see the details of these people. Some of them are armed. They're not like walking around with their fucking weapons. They're on their back. Some of them are armored, but they're mostly dressed in simple, humble peasant garb. We close in on one of these travelers, a middle-aged man. He's walking near the front of the group, and he's holding hands with a woman of similar age. She's pregnant. It's probably a few dozen people altogether, men and women, some elves, some dwarves, maybe a couple halflings as well. Only a couple, because halflings and gnomes are stupid. And I don't want them in my stories.
All right.
That's what I think every time I read and watch Lord of the Rings. If only these hobbits weren't here.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just so stupid.
They're the worst part of the movies.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Ice
You remove
cold.
the hobbits, much more watchable.
Oh my God.
Anyways, one and a half halflings. No gnomes. They all
So-
died.
What?
They all died at the end of Giant Slayer. As this group enters, they kind of turn a big bend and they enter a valley. When they do so, the landscape changes dramatically. We see that the valley floor all around them is just rock and soil. The earth almost looks charred and black. The group continues to walk for a while in this wasteland, and we see the faces of the travelers taking in their surroundings. They appear tense. The man at the front stops and pulls down the cowl of his robe to take in the scene. He's, 30s, 40s. He's handsome enough. He's got a quiet air of strength about him, piercing blue eyes which scan the land around him. One of the other travelers notices that he's stopped and speaks up. He says, Lord Montrose, what is it? Lord Montrose, this man says, are you familiar with these lands, Brother Finnock? Brother Finnock says, no, my lord, I cannot say that I am. The older man says, well, then you should study your histories a bit more. We will need to know the history of whatever land we choose as our new home so that we may add those stories to the stories that we create. Though I have never set my eyes upon it, I know of this land. It was once called Keswick, I believe. A castle called Highbury stood on that hill over there where only stones now sit. By all accounts, the people who lived here were good and just, but some tragedy struck, as tends to happen to people who are good and just. The land became cursed. Legend has it that specialists from all over were brought in, and they believed that nothing would grow here for 1,000 years, and that even anyone who would inhabit the land would be dead within a year. Something about the land hastening their passing. And Brother Finnock says, then perhaps, Lord Montrose, we shouldn't linger. And others around him are like, yes, Lord Montrose, perhaps we move forward. And Lord Montrose just smiles and shakes his head at the group that's like gathering around him. He says, my friends, fear not, for we have the light of Saidana guiding our way, watching over us, protecting not only our hearts and minds, but our bodies as well. He points to a symbol hanging around his neck. Maybe he lifts it off. It's like a light emerging from a pool of water. If this land is supposed to be infertile and cursed, then explain that. And he points off in the direction of this thin, like brackish-looking river that's scribbling its way across the landscape. Just on the edge of the river is a single rosebud, about 4 or 5 inches off the ground. Lord Montrose, same fucking rose.
The titular rose.
Lord Montrose walks over to it, stoops down, and Jace gently places his fingers under the petals like he was cradling a small animal. He then stands and addresses the whole group. My friends, Saidana urged us to leave our old lives behind and find new ground with which to establish a new life, not only for us, but for future generations who will also bathe in Saidana's cleansing light. Yes, this water may yet be unpotable, these fields in need of a proper tilling, but in this rose, I see a sign. Whatever tragedies befell this land happened less than a century ago, and yet life has found its way to the surface to bathe in Saidana's life. Perhaps the light of Saidana is meant to cleanse this land as well, where others have failed, and her hands meant to guide us in the creation of our new world, a world which we will shape in her name, and that my son, he places his hands on the stomach of the woman standing next to him, and that my son will rule over, and your sons and daughters will help to shape as well. They embrace, the husband and wife, and then we just close in on this single rose. Breeze comes in, it flutters ever so slightly, and then, like an over-eager teenager on prom night, we pull out. And we look at this scene from above, and the scene changes. The black fields slowly begin to turn green, where only stones and rubble and dirt was lying. Small buildings start to take shape. The river, once dark, becomes blue, powering a nearby windmill. It's like a waterfall coming down from the mountains, cascading down a small temple next to a new keep on the hill where Castle Highbury once stood, flying the banners of a yellow light emerging from a pool of water. We, the audience, hear a sound as we take in this beautiful scene. It's like a buzzing of insects. Ascension.
Parlay!
You know what? I want to live in a world without GM screens. Jesus. Fuck them.
Oh, God.
If that's true, you just saved like 20 pounds from your luggage.
I hate carrying it.
Do you want me to pick it up?
No. Oh, is it time for the intermission? No. Your characters live in this city, this village, this town. It's called Rosewood Vale. I think some of you have probably spent your whole lives here. Any of the humans among you were probably born here. Maybe your parents were born here. Either way, it's expected that both of you will die here. Some of the non-humans among you, some of you with longer lifespans, may have been a part of this original party that founded this village. It is a close-knit community of people who are united by their faith, their love of the land, their love of family, and their deep sense of community. Today is a special day here in Rosewood Vale. It is a festive time because the village is preparing for its first Founders' Day festival. The current ruler of Rosewood Vale, Lord Percival Montrose II, wanted to commemorate the founding of the village, and especially his father, the previous ruler, who led the group who claimed the land here. So today's a big day. It's a big day for each of you. And while we are playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, my goal over the year is to do justice to the beauty of PF2E while also incorporating things from other systems that we like. And something that we love from Delta Green, our home scenes. I have not asked you to prepare these home scenes.
Nope.
Kate, are you all right?
What? I'm nervous now.
See?
Got her. But I want to know what life is like for each of your characters in this world. And I want you to think about it without having prepared beforehand.
So mad. Can't we just fight some giant rats or something?
How about a tug of war?
Oh, no.
Joe, you seem eager to speak. Do you want to go? No, you jumped on the mic.
Joe.
Bread.
Improv.
Texas Joe.
Texas Joe.
There it is.
Texas Joe. Texas Joe.
Oh, I love you guys.
Wait, are they saying Texas Joe or Texas Toast?
Bread boy.
Either way, it sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I fucking love Texas. All right, as you can imagine.
I didn't plan on starting with you, but you jumped on that mic.
Shitski. All right, shut up. All right, let's start early, pre-dawn, in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, sorry, it's pre-dawn.
Go back to bed. Go fucking bird.
Rooster.
Daylight rooster.
Daylight savings. Continue.
All right, I'm gonna go with, we come into a small and modest home in this Rosewood Vale, is it? Not Dale.
Yes, Vale.
Vale. In Rosewood Vale, small and modest home, and we see a few, somebody sleeping in a small bed. We can't really see who it is. Covers over them. Another small body sleeping again, also nearby. But then we hear awful sounds. We hear the sounds of red. Yes.
Those are awful sounds?
Please stop.
Yeah, wait.
No, you hear that. You're going to be sad when you find out what it is. You hear the sounds of retching.
Oh.
You hear the sounds It's a nasty sound, but then you hear a deeper kind of male voice saying, "It's all right. It's okay. Get it all out. Come on." Camera comes around the corner, and we see a little girl, maybe 7 years old or so, and she's getting sick into a small wooden bucket. And this elven man, you can see the girl has small elven ears, but she's a half elf, kind of, they're not fully elven. And you see this elven man kneeling on the ground behind her and just kind of like slowly rubbing her back, and he's like wiping the tiredness from his eyes and just kind of gently coaxing her to feel better. And she brings her head up, and you see the paleness in her face, and he's just like, "Let's get back to bed. Try to get some sleep. It's gonna be a long day. You may have to stay here with your mother, but I've got work to do, and I don't really..." And he looks out and sees the first glimmer of light coming through kind of the edges of the window. And he's just thinking, "Oh no, I've got to go now. And I'm not rested, and I'm not ready." So he takes her, and he sort of gently takes her back to this small cot on a floor and just covers her up and says, "There, rest now." And you see him walk over, and he starts taking these weapons off of the wall, strapping them on, putting on armor, grabbing this like dented helmet that he just like puts onto his head, and all of his stuff is ruddy and rusted and just kind of beat up, and he gets dressed and just sort of like bleary-eyed walks out into the dawn.
Let's take a look at said character on Foundry Virtual Tabletop!
Son of a bitch.
From the pen of renowned artist Matt Forsyth. I'm stalling while I look at the reflection of the screen
Let's
loading.
do it again. You're going to have to do it again.
Oh, let me tell you about Matt Forsyth. This son of a bitch can draw. Here he is.
There we
Okay.
go. Look at that.
All right, he's hot.
Oh. Do I hear wedding bells?
But yeah, you see as he was putting stuff on, there was just so many weapons. A large sword, a bow, and you see this satchel that he grabbed and put over his shoulder that hangs on his left hip. And you hear the tinkling and clinking of some things inside. Obviously, in the artwork, we see a small glow coming out of that bag. What's in that bag?
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
I have an answer. Joe asked me this question before, and I figured it out.
Oh, wait.
It's condoms.
Sack of magical condoms.
Glow in the dark.
Is there any other kind?
+1 striking condom.
Wait, wouldn't condoms have an AC instead?
Actually, yeah, a hardness.
You
a hardness
don't.
5.
You don't.
Yeah. Sorry.
You don't want the condoms to have a potency rune though, because
No,
then it
no.
defeats the
No,
it should be
yeah.
less potent, I guess.
It's gonna be so hard.
We
not
could
to keep
workshop this after
Yeah, yeah.
the
bottle
show.
caps. All right. Interesting. So, wife and daughter.
And there was another
Another
so it looked like
child.
another child as well, yeah.
Okay. Just trying to keep up here. This is a lot of new information.
You could have asked him for it earlier.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, this is part of the dance. Caitlin Stamas, if that's your real name.
Is it?
Ooh.
Ooh. What is going on with your character?
So my scene that I came up with right now
Yep.
is you see a young girl sitting.
Is it morning for everyone?
You see a young girl sitting at a table with like a very complicated place setting in front of her, just like forks, knives, spoons, dishes, cups. She's just sitting there with a scowl on her face, slouched over. And behind her walks the hottest elf you've probably ever seen. She's got long red hair, fair skin. She walks up behind the young lady and is like, "Sit up." And the young girl's like, it's just so boring. I don't know why I have to like memorize all this stuff. Like it's just a bunch of forks. They all look the same. And she's like, they're not the same. One is for salad, one is for fish, one is for meat. I don't care. And she like whacks the forks off the table.
Cling, 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 cling,
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Shut that bloody bird up!
A maid closes the window.
She's like, why do I have to know this? Oh, who cares? And the woman's like, you must know this because one day you will be a high lady and perhaps more. And unfortunately, that comes with social expectations. So she picks up the forks, puts it back, starts going over it again, and yeah, that's Helena. Like, you see it kind of like mutter out, they're like talking back and forth. The child is still kind of like sitting there and not wanting to do it. Maybe scenes of Helena helping her mom plan parties, social type of interactions, like, yes, put the place setting here for her. We can't see them at the same table because you know what happened last time. And yeah, that's kind of like the introduction maybe to Helena.
Let's take a look at old
I mean,
Helena.
if you're gonna set her up as being the hottest elf you've ever seen, she better be real hot.
Bet.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Smoke show.
Wow.
Smoke show.
Okay.
Helena.
That might be the most cleavage in glass cannon history.
Yeah. I wish you guys told me you were making hot characters.
Wow. We really did you dirty there, didn't we?
And you have a hot accent coming up, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. You guys are doing hot accents with hot characters. Let me check my notes.
I mean,
yeah,
this-
definitely gonna do that.
This chick is smoking.
She's
Man.
awesome.
If that sickle could talk.
The slits on this dress go up way higher.
Too far from Noodle Tuesday.
They don't
Wow.
seem practical, I have to say.
I was just gonna say, wildly impractical
Right.
clothing. Yeah.
You're a light
that's,
breeze away from showing the town your
I thought we
vagina.
were playing a fantasy game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my fantasy.
Yeah.
People can shoot magic missiles or force barrages out of their fingers, but we can't have a dress that can stay in
Yeah,
place
come
on a windy day.
Come
All right.
on.
Thanks for bringing us back down to earth, Matthew.
That neckline is plunging deeper than Greg Louganis.
Oh no, you broke Matthew.
Hey-oh.
Okay. Did one of you just win $5?
We can't affect.
Yeah, we can't be involved in
Can't be
the.
directed
Yeah.
involved.
How long until the first Greg Louganis joke?
I mean, how are you not going to end up with 50 bottle caps? Just, anyways, so funny. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and start laughing at that Greg Louganis joke. It's just for many reasons. So the young girl that you're tutoring or acting as handmaiden for, in this case, we'll say is Willow Montrose, the 12-year-old youngest daughter of Lord Percival Montrose II. She's young and she's still trying to learn these courtly ways, and you're just doing your job. What about old Matthew Capodicasa? What sort of mafia gangster type have you brought into this Italian dream of yours?
Oh, wait, no, we didn't.
We didn't do that one. We didn't do that one.
Oh,
What is
we
with
were
these
gonna
side
do that.
I said we should do it, and you guys talked me out of it.
And then, yeah, okay, never mind.
We were gonna do a bet
That
to
was,
see.
will Troy make a comment about Matthew's Italianness?
Yeah.
You thought it was too easy.
So close.
Oh, you
too
did
easy.
not. No,
Everybody took yes, so we couldn't bet
We
on
couldn't bet it, yeah. We all win.
So I imagine, like, just silence, black. And all of a sudden, the cock crows. and the sun rises, and we blink into the brightness of day, and I feel like a song like "Walking on Sunshine" will start to play.
Oh.
Not this. Yeah, and
I'm walking on sunshine.
and thank you. And as that is happening, I'd say 6'5", 310-ish pound man wakes up in his bed and smiles broadly. And then we jump ahead, and he's donning full plate armor, just enjoying the experience of it. And then he's walking down the street, and he sees a cat stuck in a tree. And he reaches up, he doesn't have to reach that far, and the cat can just walk down his arm. And he waves goodbye to the cat. And then we jump ahead, and he's at the local school, and he's showing the children how to embroider. Still wearing his full plate armor.
I used to think maybe
With his giant hands.
Just giant hands. He looks not unlike a young John Goodman, young bearded John Goodman. And so he's showing them how to embroider. He's very, very delicate about it. And then he's walking through the market, and a pickpocket grabs a melon off a stand, starts running by, and he draws his longsword and just bops him on the top of the head, and catches the melon and throws it back to the shopkeep.
Are you starting a Disney movie?
And then it's nighttime at the tavern, and he is chugging a beer out of a giant boot.
It's fun.
And then we jump ahead, and he's just the center of the party. He's dancing like crazy, and then this beautiful lady is up dancing with him. And then we cut to the outside of his house, which is shaking for some reason.
Oh, wow.
The whole house is shaking.
It's not a very big house.
He's a big guy.
It's not a big house.
Did you just pass the main event of the day over?
What? Banging?
Troy was like, it's a very big day. We started at dawn. You're already at night banging.
It's beautiful.
He did a lot of things. He did a lot of stuff.
And then we go inside the house afterwards, and he turns to the lady, and he's like, "That was beautiful. I felt our souls reach out and hold hands in the light of the goddess. Thank the goddess for bringing us together on this glorious evening. Would you like to join me in prayer?" And she says, "Yes." This is Sir Norville Munt.
Yeah.
Let's
Sir
see
Norville the Pious.
Let's see this linebacker.
There he is! Sir Norville!
Yeah.
Look at that. He's got the symbol of Sidana on his chest. Must take you forever to get out of that armor to bang.
Or maybe not. I don't know why I said that.
You've got a little slit. All right, Brains. What do you got?
Okay. You see a small bedroom that almost looks like it would be like a dorm bedroom. There's a small twin bed. It's kind of sparsely decorated, but there's a desk, and the desk has shelves above it covered in books. The desk is covered in papers, covered in books. The small rug. There's some like little clippings on the wall, some painting, and as the sun rises and the cock crows, whatever, you see a bleary-eyed young girl, human, with short black hair, kind of opens one eye, opens the other. She takes the covers off, putting water on her face, looking at her eyes, puts on a blue robe, slips on like little slippers, and gathers a ton of papers from her desk, neatly organizes them, grabs a big tome, and then walks down a long hallway to the main, the arcane advisor.
So you were staying in the same place as your master.
Yes. I'm living in like a annex of the building that the arcane advisor lives in, not sure.
Yes.
But she enters into the library.
Sure. We'll make this up together. And you see an older female elf. She has silver hair that goes all the way down to her back. She does not have the looks of Helena. She's a little bit older,
Nobody
a little bit
does.
wiser. Nobody does. And she dresses modestly, not like this more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Somebody's jealous.
I see it. And she's just sitting there reading a book, and she doesn't acknowledge your presence. Thank you for including me in your home scene.
Yes, Andromeda Quinn looks to Ridian, what's her name?
Ridian Silverfrond.
Ridian Silverfrond, and she says, "Good morning, Ridian Silverfrond. I'm here for the normal day. I'll
First time we're hearing this.
I'm going.
You know you have to do this for a bunch of shows, right?
Yep. I'm going to take the tomes and I'll place them over here on the library tables. I'll just get to work. Whatever you need from me, you can tell me. But I'll continue my studying of the arcana and to be making fireworks for the shows later. And if you need me, ask, do you need anything?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Were you talking to me? Some grossed in this tome.
No.
Go clean my bathroom.
Sorry for interrupting of the tomes. And Andromeda just walks back out of the library with all her stuff and closes the door and then goes back to her room. And then you see her studying at her desk for the rest of the day.
So she doesn't clean the toilet.
She prestidigitation.
So she's rebellious?
No. You see her, she walks by the bathroom, looks at the bathroom, flicks a hand, prestidigitation, just cleans the whole bathroom, doesn't think about it.
Do you clean it or do you just hide the shit stains?
She makes
Is this your poop stain?
You can clean with prestidigitation. So she cleans it actually. She's
Okay.
a very good student. And I shouldn't say, Andromeda is not hot. She's no Helena. She's very cute. She's very cute and small. She's like 5'4", and she's 20. I think she's like 24 years old. She's a young human, and very excited to be here.
Let's take a look at Andromeda.
And
You got some splaining to do.
I should mention, on the left side of her face and then down through the right side of her body, she has scarring, and it affected her eye a little bit. She was struck by lightning.
Spoilers.
Not really.
Spoilers.
She was
Joe, cover your ears.
She was
Don't listen.
struck by lightning. So she has very specific scarring that lightning does to people. It like branches out on the skin almost like a tree branch. So she has this, but it doesn't affect her vision or anything. Sometimes she wears a hood if people are particularly judgmental. But for the most part, she doesn't mind it. She thinks that it makes her unique.
Andromeda Quinn.
That is my name.
And
I'll be doing this.
That's your voice.
Really trying to hone in on the Bjork voice. We'll get there. I think we'll find it.
No, you're doing great.
I approve of the voice.
Thank you.
It's a
Thanks,
good voice.
guys. Appreciate it. Might change.
I worry about you having to do it, but
You sound like my parents.
She just called you her parents. Good.
don't be silly. I'm much older than your parents.
I love you, Skid.
We've met Killian, Helena, Sir Norval, Andromeda. Skid, what is your character's morning look like on the day of the Founders' Day Festival?
This is not actually... Well, yeah, okay, we could see him in the morning. He awakens in sort of a hunting blind out in the forest. And he sort of like leans back and stretches, and he peers out, and we pull back and we see that as we get like a few feet back, he is completely hidden from view. And he just, as far as we can tell, he just sits there waiting patiently. And then we cut to the evening, and he walks into perhaps this very same tavern that Norville Munt was entertaining with his antics.
Maybe he's in the background.
Yeah, you see him in the background. You hear the strains of Walking on Sunshine as he walks in the door. And we see...
That's the sound of Sir Norval's aura.
Right. And we see this human man like come through, and he's like cloaked and hooded with this like dirty mustard yellow cloak. And he walks by, and like there's an immediate pall is like cast the minute he walks through the door, like on the fringes of the fiesta that's happening with Norville. And he just sort of like edges his way past the crowd and makes his way to a corner table and pops his feet up on a chair and like sits back against the wall. And a serving woman comes up and she looks disdainful. It's just a disdainful look on her face. It's just like, do you have coin tonight, do you, Ranger? We don't take any more barter. And you see this flash of a grin under his hood as he throws it back. And you see this strawberry blonde, frizzy hair, close cut. And he reaches into a pocket in the cloak with his right hand, and he pulls out a pair of coins and tosses it in the server's direction. And we can see for the first time that the two fingers, his index finger and his middle finger on his right hand, are missing. Tosses the coin at her, and he says, same as usual. You know me so well, don't you? And he leans back in the chair, pulls a pipe out of a pouch at his side, and flint and steel lights it, leans back, and at a distance watches everyone having fun with Sir Norval until his drink arrives, and then he gets drunk.
Quietly and alone.
Quietly and alone.
Quietly and alone, the best way. Let's take a look at this son of a bitch.
Cool.
I'll do you one better here. Let's take a look at the party.
Ooh, together?
Look at that.
This is your party.
Oh my God.
Until I inevitably kill one of them.
What happens if you kill one of them tonight?
We just fade out, disappear.
Stranger things have happened in first episodes of live shows. Who could forget that half-orc? As you're sitting there drinking alone, and Sir Norval, is it Norval or Orville?
Norville.
Norville.
Whatever. He'll be dead by Portland.
God.
Maybe there's not a ruckus per se, but there's like the bartender will say you're at the Mockingbird Tavern. It's a very popular tavern. There's probably only 2 taverns here.
How big is the town? Like how many?
It's growing, right? It's growing by the day, but they haven't been recognized by any formal government, so they're kind of like a rogue city in a way on a land that had been forgotten. I'd say
unincorporated.
Unincorporated. There's a few hundred people.
No.
There's a place to buy weapons, a place to get armored. There's taverns. There's an inn. It's got enough to be self-sufficient, but they haven't really engaged in trade or whatnot. It's very insular. So if you came from the outside, you're probably getting that similar treatment from many of the people as you are from this tavern wench. But the owner of, or the barkeep, guy by the name of Preston Smike, says, there's a rider on the hills. And a couple of the people in the tavern look out the window, and in the distance, any of you who may peer out see a lone rider just kind of riding down into the valley and going right up to the keep. And if you follow his trail, his or her, you can't really quite tell, it stops at the gates of the keep. They open the doors, and the rider is let in. Wonder what's going on there, says the barkeep.
Surely you have some kind of inclination.
Well, you work there, don't you? Were they expecting a rider?
I'll go find out.
Well, it's not that important. Might just be something we all noticed. You could keep drinking. We already know in about an hour your house shakes from sex.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought I was meant to move the story forward.
No. Pay attention to your home scene. Pay attention to your home scene. Lone Rider goes up.
And then I can go bang?
Then you can go bang. Yeah. After the barkeep discourages you from breaking the story you already said.
I thought we were on the next day.
No, it's the same day. It's the day of the Founders Day Festival. It's a big deal here in Rosewood Vale. All of you are involved in some small way. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a small insular community. It's a big deal. Even if you're newish to the area, you get caught up in it. Now, some of you have told me behind the scenes that you work for the town guard. It would be Sir Norval. You're one of the protectors of the Lord and Lady.
I've been sent here to help under the guidance of the Light of the Goddess.
You got 15 weapons on you. I assume that you are
Ready to murder.
ready to murder. Yes.
No, I would
I'm the reason for the town guard.
No, yeah, he is town guard. I imagine Killian, if this is a festival of some kind, he's sort of on the outskirts of it, on the edge of it, and you see him just sort of literally standing guard, and he's just kind of like patrolling back and forth, making sure everybody inside is safe. You know, at some point you may see another little girl, one who's about 10, 11 years old. And, Daddy, you know, and he's just like, "Oh, sweetheart, go with your mother. You can't talk to me now." And he's just watching and patrolling back and forth, making sure everybody in the festival is safe.
So we're at the festival. It's, the sun is setting. The cock does not crow.
You sure?
No, that came later in your story. That's not, we haven't gotten to that yet.
It's sun is beginning to set, and you're all a part of this festival. Are you? You're on duty, Sir Norval,
And Killian, yeah, and he's just like I said, bleary-eyed. He didn't get much sleep last night, so he's just walking back and forth and trying to stay awake.
Are we near each other?
So when is this? Yeah, when does this rider come? Does this come now?
This is earlier in the day.
Earlier in the day, so we know maybe he took note of it. He'll walk up to Sir Norval. He's like, "Sir Norval, did you see the rider earlier?
I did.
Go to the keep."
Our friend the bartender at the Mockingbird told me it was not important to the story.
It's not what he said.
That's what I heard anyway.
He just said.
I felt the exact opposite, actually. I felt like something we should be looking into.
I tried, but I was discouraged heavily by the forces of the world. You understand?
Matthew wasn't listening.
But if you don't mind me saying so, Killian, you look a bit tired.
I was up all night, yeah. Unfortunately, little Janie, she's got the stomach sickness. She's throwing up all night. And I didn't get much sleep, but I can see through to the end of this just fine.
Well, I want to make sure you know this is available to you. You do not feel any obligation, but if you wanted to come stand within 15 feet of me and bask in the light of our goddess, that's an option for you. It might give you a little bit
Sir
of
Noble, yes, I could use a boost. Shine your light upon me.
It's not my light, you know. It's the goddesses.
Of course.
I'm but a vessel.
Heresy. Sorry.
Also available to you, again, not forcing you to take this, no obligation, but hugs, pats on the back, 30 to 60 seconds of positive affirmations. Just you let me know.
And he looks at you and he sniffs. Are you drunk?
Believe it or not, no. It's just how I am.
He just has this amazing life, just every day. He just wakes up.
I live in the light of our goddess. Should we go check out the rider thing and see if...
Yeah, can I do a check?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you went to work this morning for the town guard, you either saw or heard tell that there was a rider from an outsider that came in and was admitted to speak with Lord Montrose. And it was held in private, and the word has not reached even your commander, the captain of the guard. Or if it has, he has not instructed
Well, we
you
could
that it
speak
matters.
to Captain Tonk, see what it has to say.
That sounds like a great idea.
Start there.
All right, so you go off to speak with the captain of the guard. I've told you your boss is a man by the name of Barvis Tonk, a dwarf fighter. He's the captain of the guard. Very well, may have been around at the founding of the town as you were. As you go off, we see young Andromeda Quinn buzzing about the festival. Are you on the footsteps of Iridian Silverfrond, or are you given free rein tonight?
I think Advisor Silverfrond has sent Andromeda to deal with things that she didn't want to deal with at the festival, but made them sound important. So I'm doing like fireworks and making it smell good by the latrines and...
Thank you.
Which is really like child's play to Andromeda. She's a very skilled wizard, but she knows that
It's a skilled janitor. It's so far beneath me.
she's the best.
I mean, it really is. It does speak to an overlooked aspect of this world. Why aren't we employing the magic users for public good?
They really should, yeah.
Clearly, they are. This is Andromeda's job right now as this sort of, apprentice. She's like an underling studying to become an advisor herself is her dream. That's why she came all the way out here. So she does it without complaint, but she's out there like figment, prestidigitation, figment, prestidigitation. It's very easy. She's happy to do it, and she's trying to make a really good impression. So she's standing there and like...
Jazz hands.
Mostly jazz. You
jazz.
don't have to do it as a wizard, but she's doing it.
And then she starts casting spells.
Yes, that's not part of the spells. And then she casts a spell.
She casts the spells.
You having a good time?
Who are you talking to?
I think maybe
Literally anyone.
I think maybe Helena comes up with Lady Willow at this point. I think she's walking around this fair with her. And she's
Just
like,
ask, are you having a good time? To this cleric and a little girl.
No, she
walks up and she goes, "Oh, look, Lady Willow. Fireworks. Do it again, Andromeda."
Of course, Helena. Hello, Lady Willow.
Hello.
Excellent night we're having for the Founder Festival.
Yes.
The firework.
Ooh, wow.
Do you want to see a dragon, Willow?
Could you make green ones? That's her favorite color.
Green, no problem.
I like green.
Yeah, of course. This is green dragon mist.
Ooh.
Fun, right? Wow. This is for everyone at the festival to enjoy, to celebrate.
And Helena's kind of just like nodding and like, but just like looking around and watching people and just like surveying just socially.
Andromeda is drooling a little bit at Helena, nodding.
The holy priest of Saidana, the one who is sort of the highest ranking priest at the temple, a guy by the name of Father Selwyn, whatever.
Cheesesteak.
Father Selwyn Cheesesteak.
Borvis.
He,
Selwyn cheesesteak.
Father Selwyn Cheesesteak.
I'm not a master of improv. Sorry.
I just like that you have only so many words to reach for at this moment. It's like-
Cheesesteak. Dude, he literally was, I was like, he needs a name. Like, and I just went through everything I could think of. Cheesesteak.
Joe
all food. It's
Joe
all
doing
food.
a Rorschach test. And it's like cheesesteak, cheese,
Cheesesteak.
beef.
Beef, cheesesteak, beef,
Steve.
beef.
John,
Steve.
John, beef related.
How'd I do, Doc? I'm very sick.
I think you're hungry. I think you're really hungry. I'm going to prescribe you a...
Father Selwyn Borvis comes up, sees you having this conversation with the apprentice wizard, and says, "What's your last name?"
I have this written down. Her last
You don't
name
know your last name?
is Felathel.
Hey, you, he says. Hey. Have you seen Sister DeWitt?
Oh, Father Selwyn. And she like bows a bit and she
Yes,
goes,
it was right of you to bow. I am your superior. Glad
You're the
we've
worst.
established this.
Yes.
It was right of you to bow.
Who were you looking for?
Sister Violet DeWitt. And
Oh.
you would know this is a nun, basically, a sister of Sidana that works alongside Father Selwyn Borbus, who is also the actual sister of Lady Montrose.
Oh, I think I saw her at the pony tent. She loves ponies.
Pony tent.
She loves ponies.
What? They have a
This is news to me.
pony tent?
I will surely look into this.
Yes, Father Selwyn, she was at the pony tent.
Who are you?
I'm sorry, I should not have interrupted. I am Andromeda Quinn. I study under Silverfront.
Good.
A pleasure to meet you.
Keep making it smell nice. Where is Lady Beatrix?
Lady Beatrix?
Yes.
Who is that? I've never heard of
You
her.
would know that is Lady Willow's older sister.
Oh, yes. She's up in her room. She just did not want to come down today. I think she's having a rough morning.
Very well. I'll go to the ponies.
That's time of the month.
Talk to... I don't understand all that mumbo jumbo. It's the work of Satan.
Satan exists.
In this world?
It is the blessing of Sidana. It is how we create families and
Yes, the
create
cleansing
life.
light can only go so far. I'm off to the ponies. Good day. And you, keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Father. Have fun at the ponies. Boy, he's intense.
I do enjoy when your NPCs walk away and they seem to get a tremor that takes up their whole upper body.
No, they're always like puppets.
Marionettes.
Marionettes. I don't know why I was worried about this.
We told you.
I told you.
All right. Skid, what do you... Let's say there's a pop-up bar here.
Okay, all right.
And don't forget about the pony tent. You could go to the
No, I was
pony
gonna say
Quite thrilling.
might be intrigued by the pony tent.
Ale, craft ale.
This is right. On the way before I check out the wee ponies, I'm going to have another wee pint of ale.
Sir, I think you're overserved.
No. I always talk like this. Wouldn't mind barkeep. Let's see. Let's have like a small pint of. She got anything like an amber or anything sort of a reddish hue? Say perhaps.
He pours the one beer he has on tap,
Oh, lovely.
slides
lovely.
it to her.
There you are, just as your doctor ordered. Here, and here's one for your missus as well. And he slides a magic condom across the bar. And he takes the mug and he starts sipping on it and starts sort of wondering. Now he's like generally mistrusted in the community because he's been here for a little bit, but because of his profession and mostly because of the fact, and I guess to go with the artist, I'd say that his left two fingers have been excised. Because of this, like he's definitely like a source of suspicion. Like people definitely like are wary about him. But so he just sort of wanders around the periphery of the party, trying because he wants to be a part of it. Like looks like everyone's having a good time. He's a personable guy, but everyone hates him.
You see a couple kids playing hopscotch or something. And they look over in your direction, and they're like whispering and pointing fingers, and then one of them seems like he's being dared by the other one, comes up to you and says, "Hey, mister, what happened to your fingers?"
Oh, what?
Did you just lose a bet?
Damn it! Oh, fuck! Oh, no!
What is this?
Oh,
Troy plays an NPC 17 years old or younger, $1 to Joe.
And they said you can't force it. You can't say, "Oh,
said
there's
you
a
can't.
child."
Yep.
I said, "Nope, he'll do it on his own."
fuck. I lost 2. Fuck.
Yes, I missed it. I know Troy so well.
So he is just like, "Ooh, are you curious about these?" And he holds up his right hand with his like fingers gone. It's just like, oh wait, I feel some divine light. And like his fingers pop up again. It's just like, I'm healed. It's a miracle.
And he runs. Did you show him the other hand?
Yeah, I showed him the one with the fingers that aren't cut off.
The kid runs off. Meanwhile, you come over to the ponies. And sure enough, there's Sister Violet DeWitt. She is the sister of the Lady Montrose. She is known for her beauty, but she is unmarried. And she's wearing this like really unflattering robe, this big heavy robe, and she's standing there talking to the pony wrangler. And she sees you and she says, "Helena, where is Lady Beatrix?"
Oh, she's up in her room. She wasn't feeling well today.
Well, you need to get her and Willow to the dais. Lord Montrose and Lady Montrose are coming down soon.
Okay, I will try. She's very
try.
strong-willed.
Do.
Okay, yes, I'll be right back.
She's more beautiful than you.
Wow.
And
Not possible.
And you know it. Wow. She's the fairest in all the land.
Oh my God, Snow White.
You head in the direction of the keep, but as you do, you see a guard coming down. I think, have we established you at this place yet, or no?
Yeah, Killian and I were
You're
gonna,
talking. All right, so there's other members of the guard.
He's basking in the light of the goddess.
Bringing down Lord Montrose, Lady Montrose, and young Beatrix. So maybe you catch up with this retinue and kind of slide Willow in. And everyone applauds and cheers. Wonderful.
Founders Day! Founder!
And eventually, everyone settles in around the dais as Lord Montrose takes the stage and says, "My friends, today is a celebration for many reasons. I don't know where to begin. This was originally intended to just be the Founders' Day celebration in honor of my father and the people who came here to settle our new home, but we have news. As many of you know, we have been petitioning King Payne of Mendev for some time now to recognize Rosewood Vale as an official city. And I am pleased to announce I received news earlier today that we have finally come to terms with the crown, and Rosewood Vale is now an official barony of Mendev.
Hey!
Yes, and then you see his wife. His wife is pregnant, and she's smiling, but she's not as excited as he is. And even he seems a little reserved. And then the good news does not stop there. In exchange for this great honor, my oldest daughter, Beatrix. Beatrix, step forward. and the 18-year-old, who we haven't seen yet, steps forward. She will marry Prince Harold Payne. We will join our houses together. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, in addition, doesn't stop there. Young Willow will be sent to court at New Nearison to learn from their much more accomplished tutors. And when she comes of age, she will be married to Prince Brutus Payne. And when he says that, there's this like weird murmur in the crowd.
I set off fireworks anyway, accidentally.
And also, young Willow, who you've been walking with, breaks down, cries, and rushes to her mother. And the mother just kind of like holds her in her robes while also holding her stomach. And you can see Lord Montrose is trying to keep an air of respect. My father gave his life for this place we now call home. We must all make sacrifices to protect Rosewood Vale. Sidana's light watches over all of you, just as it will watch over my daughters in their new home. Speaking of my father, this is why we're here, right? To commemorate Founders Day, the first of its kind. One of our finest artisans. You all know him. Warren Fedge. Where are you, Warren? Warren, oh, there he is. Warren Fedge. He has been working on a new statue for our town square. Mr. Fedge, please. And he motions over in the direction of a dwarf standing near this sheet that is covering something in the town square. And he says, "Thank you, Lord Montrose, or should I say, Baron Montrose, right?" Everybody, yes, I was privileged, as many of us were, to know your father, and I can only hope that I did his likeness justice, though no stone could ever be worked enough to capture his light. And he pulls the sheet down, and there's a statue of the father kneeling down, cupping a little rose in his hand, but he's looking up in the sky. Those of you who were there know that's more of an idealized version of what happened, but it's very religious. And everyone, ooh, oh.
It's a fucking great audience.
Yeah. Yes.
Well done, well done.
Who needs Sirenscape with a live audience of a few hundred?
Baron Montrose steps off the dais, walks towards the statue in awe. We still hear young Willow sobbing into her mother's dress. He walks over and he places his hand on the statue and he just looks at it in silence. Those of you who have been here for even a week would know that his father passed away. And he puts his hand on the sculptor's shoulder and he says, it's beautiful, truly. Truly beautiful. My father and many of your family who is no longer with us today, they are watching over us and smiling with Sidana. My friends, let us feast and drink, play games and celebrate. Your Baron commands it.
Hey!
And we'll see you after this quick break.
Yeah, intermission. I like it.
Intermission.
I like it.
Oh my god.
Go get drunk!
Woo!
Did everybody freshen their drinks? Now we all
How'd you all like the first intermission? All right, we'll never do it again.
This is amazing. We all got bourbons. This is perfect.
Yeah.
You guys got bourbon?
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, this is awkward.
Some of us have to drive this show home. We've talked about for a long time doing a little intermish just because it's a 2.5 hour show and we're always leaving to pee.
At the shortest.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 hours.
So we tried it and we'll see. If it sucks, we won't do it anymore. Kate, did you enjoy the intermission?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Kate enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What else do you need to know?
I did. I had some candy. I had some chips and salsa. I have a cold drink now.
Now you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And you got some Maker's Mark. Matthew, big intermission fan, I can tell from your beard.
Yes. My beard is the giveaway.
Yeah. That wasn't there pre-show.
Yes. I think intermission is great. You all got to pee, get a drink,
Yeah.
and now we get to surpass expectations with the second half.
Or at least meet them. All right, so we've been introduced to these characters a little bit. We've been introduced to not only the history of the town in a little bit, but the current goings-on, the celebration for the Founders' Day Festival. Lord Montrose, very proud man, loves his dad, loves Sidana, wants to make a festival to honor his sacrifice in many ways. And so they have a statue built in the middle of town, but it seems like they've been petitioning Mendev for a while to be recognized as a real city. Maybe this began with Lord Montrose I. And so this is a big deal that it happened today, that they got recognized. But in exchange for being recognized as an official barony of the crown, he has to send his 2 daughters to New Nearson. His 18-year-old daughter will be marrying Prince, and his 12-year-old daughter, who we've seen trying to learn about forks and spoons.
Etiquette, Troy.
Etiquette.
With this hot elf dressed inappropriately while she's tutoring this child.
That could be the style of the court.
Perhaps it's the style of the court.
It
Who
is
am
how
I?
all the priests dress.
I'm being a prude.
Why do you think we're all followers of the goddess?
Why do you think people love this religion?
Well, she is being sent away too, to be tutored by the much more accomplished tutors at court. And when she comes of age, she will marry one of the princes as well. And that caused a reaction amongst the crowd. Murmur, murmur, murmur. She started crying into her mother's skirt, broke decorum. A good etiquette teacher would have told her never cry during a Founders' Day festival. But that information was never shared, evidently. And
Thanks for being the reason this whole story is happening.
Yep. You are the catalyst. Statue unveiled of Lord Montrose I, holding a rose, looking up to Sidana's light.
Definitely thought there was going to be some penises graffitied onto his face or
Nope,
something.
that would be weird. And he says, "All right, let's drink, eat, be merry. Your Baron commands it. He's got a title now. His pregnant wife is the Baroness." And everyone starts celebrating. What do you do?
Sir Norville would like to go talk with Killian if he wants to go talk to the captain of the guard to ask about that rider. Is this connected to the news?
Yeah, also, this, we don't know anything about this at all?
No.
Like that they were seeking this, that they were petitioning?
No, you would know that this has been something, and actually you would know even more than Sir Norville, that Lord Montrose I had started this discussion, and they were constantly denied. Maybe there were even some threats that stop trying to be a real city or we'll come and squash it. They left it alone, blah, 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 but the new Lord has finally made a deal with the crown.
This is just like Deadwood.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Deadwood.
So, yeah, I think just even walking to talk to the captain of the guard, Killian will go to Sir Norville and just be like, well, what does this mean for us? Does anything change?
I don't know. I'm here. I'm the directors of our order.
Well, I mean, we both serve at the pleasure of our Lord Montrose, so by his wisdom, do we have a job? Do we have the money to pay for what we have at home?
I sense some worry and discomfort coming from you, and I just want you to know that offer of the standing and basking in the glory of our goddess is still available to you. But let's go talk to the
I'm glad
captain.
you're always so positive and
The goddess will provide.
I want to know what's happening here. I want to know if the captain knows about it.
Hey, what are you guys talking about? Along comes another member of the guard. His name is Mick Steele. What are you guys talking about? You seem like you're really engaged in thought.
Mick,
What the fuck? Do you know about this? Did the captain say anything to you? Does it have something to do with that rider this morning? Is that why we're doing this?
You saw that rider too?
Oh, did you see that, Eagle Eyes?
Yes. I saw him walk. He rode right up to the gates. They let him in. He spoke to Lord Montrose. I didn't ask any questions.
you were at the gate and you didn't ask who the rider was?
No, I wasn't on gate duty today.
Who was on gate duty?
Jim.
Can we talk to Jim now then?
Jim's, he's working third shift, so he's probably sleeping.
Go to his house.
Let's go to Jim's
No,
house.
there's no time for that nonsense.
We knock on the door to Jim's house.
Just start pounding on the door of Jim's house.
What? God,
Mick, do you have any concerns about this? I mean, this barony, suddenly, out of nowhere. What are we supposed to do about
I
this?
think it's good for us. I think we'll probably get paid a little more.
Yeah, we're official now.
Oh, yeah?
Right? We're official.
More money.
Once you're recognized as a barony, the crown starts sending you money, trade. You know, I barely have a 1-bedroom. Now
Yeah,
I
but
might be able to have a 2-bedroom.
It doesn't come for free, Mick. They're going to start taxing you. They're going to start taking our money to do something in some other city.
That's elf talk.
Oh!
I mean,
Whoa!
sorry, that's my dad talking.
Now, Mick, I do believe you may have your words may have cut Killian deep, so maybe he might owe him an apology.
I'm sorry, man. I think you're worrying about the wrong things, like a typical elf. I'm sorry.
Oh, and you know so many elves, do you?
Just saying, stop looking at the big picture and look at the small picture.
You get caught up on the big picture, man.
More money.
All right, well, we're going to go talk to the captain and find out, see if there's any more official word on
You
this.
going to talk about this?
Yeah.
Tread lightly.
Why? What have you heard?
I gotta go. And Mick Steele. Out of here.
Goodbye, Mick.
I'm glad.
I got a feeling we'll be seeing Mick again.
I have a feeling.
I like him. I like him already.
I don't like him.
Too bad that member of the guard will never be useful in a combat.
No, he won't, but
Let's get some artwork from Mick Steele.
No.
He just sounds like a badass.
Let's go to the captain. Let's go to Tonk.
All right, so you can see Captain Barvis Tonk, this dwarf, and he's like talking to a couple of the other guards, and he's like, just make sure I'm not expecting any trouble. And he sees you, and he waves.
Captain,
Oh,
Yes.
Captain, my captain.
we were talking and we don't find it to be such a coincidence that we saw a rider approach the keep this morning and then now the news that we're a barony.
Yes.
Do you know what happened there?
Yes, no, I was just informed about it before the announcement was made to the village. This is all news to me as well, but I think our jobs are secure. If anything, now that we are recognized as a barony, it could mean, anyways, just...
Could mean what?
Well,
Finish
it's
the
just-
sentence.
Well, all of a sudden you're recognized by the crown. We could, if they have enemies, those enemies could be our enemies.
You think we might be sent to war?
No, nothing like that. But should Mendev get in trouble, now their troubles are our troubles. I haven't had a lot of time.
Mendev does have troubles. They spent the last 100 years fighting a war we wanted nothing to do with.
Well, the word is that with the establishment of New Nearison, that is in the past. I'm just looking at all the options. And I think that it is something to not get too worried about, but to be aware of. You just do your job, and I will do mine.
What do you know of this?
Where's Steel?
He's off being racist over there. Wait, but I have a question. What do you know of the royal family? There was that reaction to one of the prince's names.
Can I actually do a roll?
Yeah, you want to roll?
Yeah.
You want to roll the first die of Ascension?
Old Killian is, he's got some society.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to roll a society check on this name. Was it Brutus Payne?
Harold Payne and Brutus Payne.
Yeah,
Sons
He sounds really
of
thoughtful.
King Mortimer Payne. Payne.
Like Major Payne, the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like Major Payne. Yeah, I'd like to roll a society check to see if I know this name. I feel like as a town guard, he has maybe not, doesn't have any kind of close relationship with the family or the daughters specifically.
Right.
But he had a close relationship with their grandfather.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so he's kind of, yeah, by the way, I don't know if it's clear, but in those early scenes when we see all the settlers moving, there were some elves in the background, and Killian was in the background.
Yeah.
So he's been there since
We'll get back
this, yeah, this whole thing started.
You were there, and you were there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you. But no halflings or gnomes.
All right, here we go.
They're all dead, according to Troy.
Wiped off the face of the earth.
Society check.
Yeah.
Fucking natural 5.
First roll of Ascension!
Close.
Why is it always 5? All right, that is a 15.
15.
Society.
All right, it's not a great roll. All you know is you're trying to...
No shit.
You're trying to recall, like, you know that neither Harold nor Brutus is the heir to the throne. They are younger siblings. So it's like, you start to maybe piece things together and you're like, wow, he really gave up the farm. Be like trading away your best basketball player for a bag of rocks. You'd have to be a real shitty NBA team
That would be
to
awful.
do something like that.
Man, I don't know why any general manager would do anything that stupid.
And that's what happened here. Lord Montrose, gave his daughters away to non-heirs for a chance at a barony. If you look at the cut and dry situation, you could see why people were upset. But there was a much larger reaction about.
And I don't know anything about this Brutus.
No,
All right, so he'll say to the
Brutus.
captain, "Do you know something about this Brutus?"
I just asked him the same question not 30
She
seconds
melts
ago.
it down in tears.
I don't know. I'm not. I have a very low society. But I know he's not the heir.
Well, what can we do? What can we do, Captain?
Do your job.
Well, we're doing that.
All right, we'll continue to do it and do it well. This shouldn't change the day-to-day operations, but when it does, you will be informed. In the meantime, just make sure that there's a lot of drinking going on. Make sure that people don't get out of hand. And, have fun. Also have fun. It's a celebration. But not too much fun. Have an appropriate amount of fun. I have to go talk to other NPCs.
I'll say Killian walks off with a bit of a pensive look and just, running through his head, he has a long history, a long knowledge of the history of Mendev, and he's concerned. It's a very warlike nation, and he might not know all the nuances. and all the
War-torn
details.
nation.
War-torn nation, and obviously we've always been close to it, but we've never been necessarily allied with it, and thus allied against all their enemies, or any of their enemies. And he's thinking of his family and his job as a guard, and he doesn't. It's less about money and more about will I get sent somewhere, or will some much more dangerous force come looking for what we have?
Yeah, can I roll a warfare lore to see if what might happen?
Yeah, sure.
Where we might get sent? Natural 3.
hot start to the campaign.
You feel like if shit went down, you'd be sent to war. And you feel confident about that.
All right.
Now, keep in mind that the events of this story take place outside of sort of the printed history of Galarian.
Well, this is like more than 100 years after.
Right, 120, 130 years
Yeah.
after. So the sort of fiction that I'm setting up here is that there is a new king of Mendev, Mortimer Payne. Nirison has been dubbed New Nirison. It seems like that there were various wars that took place, but they have reestablished the crown. And now this is a big deal for Rosewood Vale.
Right, right. And in not too long of a time, we will, here in our world, be 100 years from World War II, right?
Yeah.
And everybody that grows up at that time is not going to have the same feelings that somebody who lived 100 years ago might have.
Right.
Right, and so that's sort of where the
kinda
base
like-
of his concern is.
It's kind of like Dracula, the Coppola Dracula, when you see Dracula like fighting in wars.
Yeah.
You know, you're having those kind of memories,
Yeah.
whereas a human is like, what's the big deal? That war was forever ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Carpathia, what?
Can I have Helena try to talk to Lady Abigail? Because I feel like when everyone disperses,
You want to talk to the Baroness?
What? Oh,
she
man.
works with her
You
daughters.
better check yourself.
I feel like she sees Beatrix and Willow run up to their mom, and as everyone disperses to go have fun.
Beatrix is cool. She keeps her composure. She's older. She's more trained. She is very stoic when the announcement is made. Obviously not happy. You know her. You can see it in her eyes. Whereas Lady Willow, a little more prone to emotion. She's young. She sobs. At a certain point, they're both taken off the dais while the celebration is happening, and you go to Lady Abigail, who is very pregnant. And she's sitting and kind of smiling, and she sees you.
Lady Abigail, may I sit?
Yes, please.
How are Beatrix and Willow doing?
Oh, they are good, as good as they can be. It is difficult news to receive, obviously, but they will handle it as we must all handle it.
Do a sense motive.
Well, yeah, I want to ask her how she's doing, and I just want to try to either get information from her or maybe roll to see if I may already know. Again, I'm an elf. I've been around for a long time too.
Right? It's got to be crazy. Like, she's human. You saw her when she was a baby, and now she's your Baroness.
Are you all right?
Yes. No,
Did you know?
It's a celebration. What's that?
Did you know this was going to happen?
My husband informed me earlier today there was a rider from New Nirison that delivered the news. Yes. But it shouldn't be any concern of yours. I'm sure we can find some use for you.
Yikes.
Can I roll any knowledge about the Pains?
Sure.
Or like our relationship with them?
Knowledge pain.
Knowledge, pain, lore, pain,
Lord, pain.
Lord Pain!
Lord Payne.
society?
Talk to him, too.
Question mark?
Here comes the third fail on society.
Oh my god, it's so big. No, it's 19.
19. Still not great. You know that Harold is the second son. Okay? And you know that Brutus is the third and youngest son. But there are some, 19 isn't great, okay? There are some questions about Brutus's health. You've heard, perhaps you're like trying to put together, like, why is everyone so upset? You've heard that he has some sort of ailment or frailty. There's something off with Brutus. So promising the youngest daughter to this man, you're not quite sure what the deal is, but sounds like a weird backwards way of imprisoning the daughter, you know? She's being sent almost, in your eyes, it feels like she's being sent as a hostage.
Wait, so Willow is marrying Brutus.
Willow is marrying Brutus.
Okay.
Beatrix is to wed Harold.
Harold, okay.
It's interesting because, like, what does the king of Mendev have to gain by marrying 2 of his sons off to this brand
Well,
new
they're
baron?
two of his younger sons.
But he could use them for an alliance.
But they could be used for any number of things, yeah. So, yeah.
Will that be all?
Lady Abigail, I would be.
Oh, there's more.
I would. I would never forgive myself if I didn't try. Willow, she has so much potential.
It's going
Are you
into
okay?
labor.
No, sorry.
Are,
I had a taco earlier.
you can't have tacos while you're pregnant. This happened the last time.
I know. There's a gas station that sells them.
Not the gas station. The chefs here can cook you
gas station
tacos.
tacos.
It had a really good reviews.
Oh my God.
8.5 months pregnant, loaded up on gas station tacos.
Choice.
Please continue.
Willow has so much. Willow has so much potential. And it's a waste if she's going to be married to Brutus. You know that. She could have been heir.
Mind your station. Last name I can't pronounce.
I think it's falafel.
Madam Falafel.
Falafel.
Mind your station.
Sorry.
Felafel?
Classic butchering
Falafel.
elven names. Get it right.
I know that you have grown close with my daughters, but understand what I must be going through. Is that all?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Have you seen my sister?
Huddles away. She's by the ponies again.
She's still at the fucking ponies?
She's still at the fucking
She's been at the ponies.
She loves them.
literally the entire festival.
She pets them, and when they trot on by, she just cries a little
18
bit.
years old.
No, her sister.
It's
Her
not even the
sister,
daughter,
who is a
it's
full
the
adult.
sister.
I'll make an NPC tree for you on the drive to Austin. All right,
Cut 2.
get out of here.
Andromeda is at the ponies.
What are the ponies' names?
They have names that are from the stable boys, but I've renamed them. The Sherbert and this Creamsicle for the little circle on the head. And this, of course, is Midnight. The horse is black, so this has to be Midnight, as is tradition. Otherwise, bad luck.
And she turns to the sister that is there. She's talking to the sister.
She's just staring at the ponies.
And I like to imagine if I were to own one, which one I would ride. Which one would you ride?
Is that right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking to me? I was just lost in the majestic grace of these tiny horses.
No, I was not talking to you.
She looks around. She sees Oswin.
Oswin! Oswin!
Who's amazed that anyone is calling him by name.
Oswin! It's Andromeda!
Right, okay.
She,
All right. Hey.
she walks over
All right, now.
She walks over to him.
Hello.
You're Oswin.
That's right, yeah. It's Oswin. That's right.
You... Sorry for interrupting. You get the herbs for Silverfront.
No, that's right. No, that's right. I go to the wilderness there. I got to gather herbs for various medicinal and magical purposes. That's right. That's right, yeah.
These two accents in conversation is making my night.
I mean,
This is so great.
what you talking about herbs for? You have herbal needs?
No. I recognize you from what Advisor Silverfront has said, and I realized we've not met. I like to make a note to meet everyone who helps.
I've seen you from afar. I've seen you walking around the village and so forth. And
Did you see the fireworks?
I didn't know. It's great. Oh, it's spectacular, right? It's
That was
great.
me.
Oh, that was you. That's good. There's blood. It's amazing there. It's great. Some of the best fireworks I've seen in the world. It's great. Phenomenal.
Your herbs are fantastic. They work
Oh,
wonderful.
no, stop. No, it's the herbs. Listen, to be fair, like, I don't make them like the gods make them. I'll like, gather them up, so it's like not as impressive as making fireworks.
Well, it's a living.
That's right.
I turn back to the sister. Is she still there?
Look at their tiny legs. It's just amazing to the curves of these beasts. And now, Lady Helena had seen the sister. You see the sister. She is known to be like the most beautiful woman in the this little city. But she's a sister. She's unmarried, and she's just sitting there in her like very unflattering robe, staring at the ponies. I'm sorry. I was ignoring your game of ridiculous ping pong. Ridiculous accent ping pong. What were you saying?
Oh, I just that the ceremony was quite surprising.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Sorry if that is hurtful to you.
No. It is a day of celebration for Rosewood Vale, and we should all be pleased.
And Sedana would be pleased.
Of course, yes, Saidana makes all things the way they are. We must trust in her. If you'll excuse me. And she leaves the ponies for the first time.
I made
That's
her
like a
leave.
big deal.
I made
4.5
her leave
hours.
the ponies. I turned to Oswin.
I don't think that was a good introduction for me.
Can you believe that Marion Brutus, the sickly child? You hear a couple people talking in the distance.
I don't think that was a good ceremony. Did you hear it, or were you in the woods?
No, it's not here at all. I was out doing my job out in the forest. It was bad.
No, the fireworks were wonderful.
Well, I heard the fireworks, like I see them from the canopy, but the rest is like I can't speak to you.
There seems to be...
And she looks around. She does not like to gossip, but
There seems to be a problem.
No, it's like getting a bit of, there's like a strange sort of vibe like around, you know. No, I don't. Sorry, I've had like 7 of these ales. But,
Lord,
there is a bit of like there's a uncomfortable, you know, sort of.
I'm telling you,
Oh, all right.
Lord Montrose has sold his daughters to own the land. This is the truth. There is no hiding it. It's wrong.
He sold his daughters.
Rhubarb.
Sold?
Andromeda starts combing her hair down.
No, just don't say that.
Andromeda Queen, are you sure? Are you sure Andromeda Queen is sold it? Baron?
Andromeda picks up her spell book and puts her head in it and closes the spell book hard.
Newly crowned Baron has sold his own daughters into slavery.
She runs into a fence
No.
post, falls over.
Andromeda Queen, are you all right? No, Andromeda Queen. Somebody help Andromeda Queen has hurt herself.
Both of you roll a society check. As you stand up from hitting your head on a fence post with your spell book over your head.
18
18.
for Oswin.
22.
All right.
It's the highest roll we've had so
brains.
far.
She
The
read
highest
it.
one so far. So, Oswin. Oswin. I don't know these names yet. You know as much as Helena. You have heard that Brutus pain is a sickly child. You've heard that he cannot walk under his own power. While he's older than Willow, like maybe 15, whereas Willow is 12, you've heard that he has some like malady that makes him look much younger than he really is.
Oh.
You know, he's 15, but he looks like he's like 8 or 6. I would say that you probably even know that there were these rumors that a lot of the priests believed he wouldn't even live past a year old, and he's survived, but sending his youngest daughter off to eventually marry this child is it's a lot.
How old is he actually?
He's 15, but he looks like
a little
young.
kid.
Yeah, and he's sickly.
He's like Gary Coleman.
Yeah, he's confined to a bed. He can't walk under his own power. It's a real strange move on the part of. Well, not so much
Wait,
strange.
is it a strange move or is it just a bummer for the daughter?
It's a bummer for the daughter.
Well, I mean that would
It's a power
explain.
move.
I mean, he's not like that would explain like why he might be married off to like a lesser noble.
Yeah.
Yes.
That,
But it is
But
a
the other
move.
daughter is the tricky thing. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andromeda takes Oswin's hand as she leads him to stop talking really loudly by the ponies, which is like the main attraction of Founders Day, as we all know.
Yeah.
So
There's like 15,000 people at the ponies. Yeah, sherbet! 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 Sherbet!
Walk around again.
Walk around Sherbet and Madam Midnight or whatever the fucking other one's name is.
You took notes.
When are they gonna fuck?
she takes.
Says Mick.
Get him out of here! He's ruining the sanctity of the ponies.
All right, and Sir Norman, all right, Mick, I think you've been overserved. Let's head on back.
I heard
to the
this was a pony show. Yeah, it was.
Hey, Killian, will you give me a hand with Mick here?
I'm fine. I can walk
I thought this was Mendef. I thought this was Mendef.
It's not.
This is
Mendef.
Rosewood
You've had
Vale.
enough, Mick.
I don't know. Yeah, let's get you back to the barracks.
I'm fine. I work tomorrow.
Actually, Sir Norval would like to talk to the Lord Treasurer of the town, who is, despite your protestations, a gnome.
What?
Damn it.
One
Wow.
survived?
He is the last gnome survivor
Oh, wow, yeah.
of the dreaded gnome apocalypse. Maybe this is what makes Rosewood Vale so special.
That's right. The last living
They married
gnome.
off the daughters to try to get the gnome.
You, of course, are referring to the Lord Treasurer, Doran Tumblehoney.
Yes.
Tumble, honey.
He is a male gnome accountant. And he's walking around with a ledger. Oh, that's gonna cost money.
Lord Treasurer, are you...
Hold on. What if we got rid of pennies? Yes. I am a wise
Could
gnome.
save $5,000 a year.
Yes. It's like when you go to a museum and put it in that thing that spins it and flattens it. They're worthless. Yes. So, no, sorry, I'm just counting and doing math.
Are you, is he old?
He's an old gnome and he's already undergone the bleaching because he knows if he leaves Rosewood Vale, he'll be murdered on sight.
Is this one of my chief duties as a town guard? Is to be a bodyguard for the last living gnome?
No one really cares about him.
It's just a curiosity more than anything.
My Lord Treasurer.
Yes.
Are you all right? Do you need
Carry
any
the
assistance?
two. Yes, no, I'm quite good. Just making sure we don't spend too much. Not that we'll have to answer to the crown. I'm sure I'll have to send reports, weekly reports. I used to only have to do it monthly and just send it to Lord Montrose, and he didn't understand what I wrote. But now I'll have to send them to the crown. I can't imagine how busy I'm going to get.
I can't imagine either. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Oh, another pony.
But I know
dead.
you're very assiduous at your job.
Yes. Sorry. Well, you have a question. I'm very busy counting
What have
random
you-
things that I see.
What have you heard about this deal that made us a baronetcy?
Well, I found out as you did during the announcement. I'm not privy to such things. No, I think it's good. Could bring in a lot of coin. We could finally build that stadium. I've always wanted to have a professional sports team here in Rosewood Vale.
We can lure the Phoenix Cardinals here
Yes.
with a little bit of luck.
Stadium would bring a lot of commerce, but this deal with the crown should bring in lots of trade, and it's good. It's good for Rosewood Vale. I'm gonna have to hire an assistant. I'll have to find a non-gnome.
Well, as a savvy political mind, I guess you might be able to answer the following question, which is, I see what it gets us.
What's a yes?
But what does it get the crown?
Oh, yes, that is a good question. One I had not considered. Young Beatrix is, of course, a fetching young maiden. Her looks and her prowess, her intelligence, her charm. Any young prince would be interested in someone like her. Young Willow, of course, is still very young. I wouldn't deign to talk about her looks, but yes, I don't know. I imagine they just needed to marry off their sons, or maybe they saw value in Rosewood Vale. Our location is now a good location, and so maybe they thought that it was worth it. I don't know. I don't think about these things. I just count ponies.
You think the crown? So wait, you think the
I lost my
crown?
count.
You think the crown might be interested in the town for reasons other than what we can provide economically or politically?
Frankly, I had not thought much about it until you mentioned it. Why are you so concerned with such matters, Sir Norvin?
I'm a thoughtful guy.
You are.
Just want to make sure everyone's safe.
Yes. I've noticed from the ledgers that you've had to spend a lot of money restructuring the foundation of your home.
Yes.
But what's that all about?
Well, if you look into the records, I've attached a letter of explanation and a writ signed by our holy priest.
Nope, sure enough, there it is.
Yes, I was just doing the goddess's work.
All right, well, good work, Sir Norval. If you don't mind, I must go count another pony.
And nearby, Norval, you see Osmond and Andromeda are talking, and Andromeda is like speaking about the same exact thing you're speaking about, and she's saying,
Maybe leverage to use Montrose, to use him like a part of the crown but separate, and to take over if they want to, when they want to.
Oh, but you see what you're saying, but like leverage for what?
What?
Why? Like, what is the like a value that they'd like want to be taking over with the, I'm not very knowledgeable on such things, and I'm just looking back at my time playing Crusader Kings 3, and I just can't like picture why, this minor noble like this, like giving up like this, like they're valuable assets, like younger sons like that, and like giving them up for, it's a fine town, but like,
Oswin, that is the trick. Unlike Crusader Kings, this is not a main son. This is not an heir.
I know. Right, okay, all right, so.
And isn't in Crusader Kings the point to do war?
Not necessarily. It's more about role playing, and I don't want to get into it. I don't want to talk about like some of the point of Crusader Kings 3.
Can someone fucking kill that rooster already?
You see a rooster with a trumpet. I'll stop.
Sorry, I was trying something out.
I was just picking up a night shift. But there is a trumpet and a lot of fanfare, and everyone starts to gather back in the direction of the dais. And as you do so, you're all kind of called forward. You see there are some servants to the crown, or not the crown, servants to Lord and Lady Montrose, the Baron and the Baroness, setting up an altar in front of the stage area. Kind of look on, see what they're doing. You see Father Selwyn Borvis is there, and he's like, he's got a box, and he's opening up the box, and he pulls out a long blade. Not quite a sword, not quite a knife, just like this ceremonial long blade. The hilt is similar to the holy symbol of Saidana, like it has a pool, and it's like the blade is the light emerging from the pool. And as you watch him pulling this blade out, as the servants are setting up the altar, you hear this bleeding sound. This
Oh no!
And you see a couple of the local farmers like dragging a ram.
Oh no!
The ram is like trying to fight against
No.
the farmers.
Wait, so this is our thing?
This is an
So everybody knows.
and
This
the
is what-
our
anathema.
thing?
This is what you guys love so much.
There have been sacrifices of animals before.
So this is normal. We
it's
all
not-
think this is cool.
It's not uncommon, but it seems a little grim right now under the circumstances. You would know that, like, they believe that if you sacrifice certain animals, depending on the animal, there is symbolic significance. It is, in service to the goddess. And so a ram would be a symbol of courage and virility and strength to move forward to sacrifice this ram.
So this is a good thing.
It's a good thing. If you are a holy follower of Saidana, you see.
I read the scripture differently. I believe it's ram's milk that is useful in such situations.
Yes, we will. They will all beat off the ram on the altar.
Get in there, Sir Norval. Beat off that ram.
Yeah. I forgot that was part of our discussion at lunch.
That also was a discussion at lunch.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Oh man, I wish we recorded that. All right, so
No, we
No,
shouldn't
no.
have.
nope,
Nah,
couldn't
that
do
part was fine.
so the ram is. And these two like burly looking farmers are like they're having a tough time trying to bring the ram close. And
I'll ram you.
Suddenly,
I'll ram you.
Suddenly there's this collective gasp as the ram snaps the rope that it's attached to, and it's panicked and like smashes into a nearby stall, collapses the wood stand on whoever was working that stall. Then it plows into a group of people. The people fall down. Luckily, all of you are standing nearby. Roll for initiative.
What? It's really happening.
It's episode 1. We gotta have a little juice
It's not happening.
in the caboose.
It's too late. Wow.
It's too late for a combat.
It's too late.
Look at this. Let's go to the map.
Go to the map. Oh shit, dude! There's a map down there. Oh, whoa! Gorgeous, dude.
Cool.
Cute.
All right, first initiative of Ascension. You could say you were there during the first initiative of Ascension. All right, don't pretend like you're excited. Andromeda Quinn, what'd you get?
I got a 27.
27!
Holy shit ball!
Holy shit! Capodicasa!
Phenomenal.
18.
18 for Sir Norville, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What's your character's name?
That's what you get for making your character backstage instead of earlier this week.
No.
Oswin.
We literally recorded a session 0 where I told you his name.
Oswin, I rolled very poorly. I got a 12.
Oh! Killian.
Is it Jonathan gave me this beautiful white die? Is that your first die ever, Jonathan? Jonathan?
Woo!
Yeah! He goes, yup. Very understated, Jonathan.
Yup.
Dude, 27.
20.
27, dude!
Wow.
Strong start to Killian.
start.
Thanks to Jonathan. Jonathan, as I call him.
Jonathan.
Bad Anish over there?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, is 11?
You probably made a first level character. You know you start at 4th, right?
Oh, I rolled the first natural one.
Oh!
shit!
Wow.
Tap that cap.
Round 1, cap.
No?
No.
Yep, if you roll a natural 1, you lose your cap.
No, no!
Wait.
No.
Just like, wait. Sorry, I got real thrown off by that because I was very concerned. So we can dap the cap
Yeah.
in a session, and we get it back next session.
Yep.
Oh,
Dap the cat.
I'm dapping the shit out of this cap.
Dude, dap that cap.
Let's go.
Dap that cap. I'm testing this out. I might use this in campaign 3,
Ooh.
which I've already picked, by the way.
You weren't supposed to say.
Maybe this is more of an Austin announcement.
And they're booing us again.
No, you're right. It's a Milwaukee announcement. All right, round 1 of the first combat of Ascension. Andromeda Quinn, and Killian Dawnwall.
Killian Dawnwall.
Dawn Wall.
Is it like
Dawnwall.
short? Does it like have a Irish like Donald?
No, it's just Dawnwall.
That'd be fun. Killian
Yeah.
Donald.
Dawn Wall.
You both rolled a 27.
Andromeda.
Oh, Gillian.
Oh, what
Okay.
a gentleman.
Please. All right, fine, I'll go. Because I do think it'll be less interesting than whatever you do. Killian is just going to run at. Oh, wow, I literally grabbed everyone. Killian is just going to run at the ram and attempt to tackle it.
Nice.
Ooh, little ram tackle?
Little ram, to classic opening of a campaign ram tackle.
It's like London Fletcher.
Yeah, so he's going to run at the ram, and I'm going to attempt to grapple it with an athletics check.
All right, against the Rams Fort Dick.
Yeah. Against the Rams Fort Dick! Let's go. Natural 3.
The ram has grappled you.
Well, that was just his first attempt, right?
Well, what is the total, though?
The total is 13.
Okay. That is not a critical failure, but that's a failure. You fail to grab your target, and if you already had them grabbed or restrained, those conditions would end. So you've used 2 actions.
Yep, and then he will attempt it again.
You feel lucky?
Before it runs away, natural 2.
There
So,
it is.
oh, that is a fail. Does the ram wish to grapple me?
Wait, that's with the...
so that's a 7.
All right, so that's a critical failure.
Oh,
Your target can either grab you
Or
force you to fall and land prone.
Oh.
So
So
in
he just
Joe's
into the-
first turn, the warrior,
Anyone surprised?
the 120-year-old
The
warrior elf.
graceful elf.
The hot elf.
You slip and ram poop and fall prone.
I said your turn would be more interesting.
Thanks for letting me go second.
I think that's ram's milk.
you slip in the ram's
Slipped on the
milk and
ram's
fall
milk.
prone.
God damn it.
Amazing.
I hate myself.
So sorry.
All right, Andromeda.
Okay, Andromeda seeing that happen is like, I will fix. And she's going to cast Grease in, I think it's 5 contiguous squares. 5.
Little grease.
Yeah, in 4.
Did you just say 5 contiguous squares?
Yeah. Contiguous. That's what they use in this spell.
Contiguous?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a real word. I did Google it because I was like, I think they mean continuous. Contiguous.
Contiguous.
Sharing a common border, touching next together in a sequence. So contiguous.
That was the Google definition.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm the brain.
I saw it too.
She's gonna cast Grease, and I'm gonna do the 2 squares to the left of the ram, the 1 square under the ram, and the 1 square to the right of the ram.
Okay, I wasn't listening, but we'll say there's some grease around. Like there?
No, it's 5. Sorry, it's 4 contiguous. Sorry, did you miss when I said contiguous?
No, I haven't really been listening. So it's
It's-
4.
This one.
Yes.
This
1 to the left and 2 above.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
Or 2 below.
Like that, right?
Jesus.
All right, there's grease around the ram.
Okay.
Can you draw it?
Then what happens?
Each creature standing on the greasy surface must succeed at a reflex save or an acrobatics check.
All right, so that's my ram. You
Or
didn't put it on.
fall prone. No, I did not put it on Joe.
All right, so the ram is like, whoa, natural 1.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
First time I've ever rolled this die.
Yeah, so
Going
you,
And
back
the
in
last.
case.
Nowhere to go but up.
you fall prone.
Wow.
Shit.
That's ram's
Exactly
milk.
what we needed.
All right, so you grease the ram, and the ram just lands next. They're both lying on the ground. Him and Killian smoking a cigarette.
And she looks at Helena
Hell
and
of a
just
party. Did you see those ponies?
shrugs
Get a
her
load of
shoulders.
sherbet.
She shrugged her shoulders at Helena. That's her turn. She's not doing anything for the 3rd action. She just shrugs.
All right, it's the ram's turn. You've really thrown this ram off. The ram will just scramble up. Does it have to roll?
Yes, if you're using an action to move, onto the greasy surface. I think if a creature that steps or crawls doesn't have to attempt a check or save.
All right, it's standing from prone.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take a reactive strike.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm going to punch this fucking ram in the junk. Get down here! Boom!
My milk!
We'll give it a try.
My
Milk
sweet
everywhere.
milk!
No.
That's a 28 to hit.
That's a critical nut hit.
I crit the nuts, dude!
You're gonna drain it.
Crit the nuts! That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage to its Johnson.
I'll let you figure out how that looks. But now the ram's pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
The ram stands up from prone.
I mean, in
I
one
think until it
sense,
moves across the surface, it's okay. What were you gonna say?
He's just standing up punching this ram with the fucking nards.
Well, he's like scrambling on the ground. He already fell over. He's trying to get up, and he's just like, "Sit down, you fuck!" Bam! Like as it gets up.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ram situation has improved. It went from being sacrificed to
Yeah, just being punched,
Get punched in the nuts.
Yeah.
The ram will stand up. I'm gonna say because it's not moving out of that space
Yeah,
as of yet, it won't have to roll.
It's if you move as an action. So if you're just standing up from prone.
Just standing up. That might be a move action. But I'm gonna rule it
Whatever
that
you
it can
want.
just stand up, and then it's gonna try and fucking gore Killian,
Oh man.
whose AC is lowered.
That makes sense.
It sticks its like thorned horn at you.
Black fella, black fella.
Black
That is a
Phillip.
16 to hit.
16 is a miss.
And then tries it again. 23 with the map.
I'm sorry, you said 23 with the map.
Yep.
So you were lying.
I rolled really well.
That is a hit.
You take 9 points of piercing damage. That's for hitting me in the milker. Sir Norville, you see this horrifying scene about 20 feet away. What do, Sir Knight?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Sir Norval's gonna rush
He's
up.
talking to Deborah Norval.
Sir Norval's gonna rush up and try to grapple the ram.
Wow, another ram grapple. Okay, it's greasy there. You sure you want to do this?
It's not greasy there.
Not greasy
It's
there.
not greasy there.
I don't know where the grease is still.
Sydney only told you 3 times.
No one
Four
knows.
contiguous squares. 2 to the left of the ram. 1 on the ram. 1 next. Contiguous.
Okay.
I like how
Line.
It's just a straight line?
Contiguous.
It's not
I like
an
how
L?
you did that like it was a spelling bee.
Contiguous.
All right, so it's like a
See?
Tetris piece?
Oh.
So it's like the Tetris L?
Yeah,
And-
no, like a Tetris John.
It's
you
a
know?
line.
The 3 and the 1.
John.
Like that?
Everyone knew what I meant when I said Tetris John.
There are 4
Is that it?
kinds of Tetris Johns.
No!
What is
Why
it?
you make an L?
The bottom
Wait,
one.
everybody talk at once.
It's a line.
I got it.
A line.
Just a line?
The
So this
lid.
one- Okay.
So it's
The
just a
lid.
line?
So this? No.
The lid. The lid.
One
The
more
lid.
square. 2 more
Okay.
squares. Okay.
That?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll see you in Austin. No. All right, so you stand right up to the edge of that grease.
Oh, and I was given a special D20 from Damon.
Oh.
Damon, my man.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, I met that guy.
Friend of the show.
Oh.
Natty 17.
For a total,
29.
that is a critical hit on that
So the ram is now restrained.
ram. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sir Norval's like, boom, 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 and he moves pretty fast. He's like, dum, 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 and then just like, whoop, whoop, and lays on top of the ram.
All right, keep in mind, this is a ram, and you're holding it, you've restrained it. Let's see how the rest of this plays out. Helena.
Ooh.
Wait, excuse me.
Okay.
Oswin.
Oh. Okay.
Shut up,
so,
Kate.
Shut up, Kate.
All right, I'll be quiet.
You'll have your turn in Austin.
All right. So. So yeah, Oswin is surprised by he's really he is drunk like at this point as I am.
Take a -2 to all attacks.
So he's a little slow on the draw, but he's sort of he grabs his longbow off his shoulder, and so this is the thing, because when he was caught poaching, his fingers on his his draw hand were cut off, so he had to train himself to shoot left-handed. So this is what he's doing. So he pulls back. He's going to do hunt prey. So that's his second action, is hunt prey, and then he's going to fire a hunted shot.
Nice.
Okay.
Kill the shit out of this ram.
23 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, right in the Johnson.
Before we resolve it, can I didn't get a third action.
Oh,
Can I try to demoralize the ram?
of course, yes. How does that play out? What do you say to the ram as you're holding it close? What do you
See how
whisper
I-
into its ear?
Let's see how I roll first. I was on a natural 14, but rolled over. So it's a 13 to demoralize. I was like,
Fail.
go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Meanwhile, you hit the ram with a arrow.
Okay, so and I also get a 1d8 of precision damage.
Ooh.
So my first attack gets my hunted prey. So that's 16 total points of damage.
Nice, dude.
And then my second attack with the map. It's a crit. That is a miss.
Miss with the second attack. An arrow whizzes by Sir Norval's head. Helena, what do you do?
I feel like, so I have some stuff that I can do that is damage, but I feel like she wouldn't jump to do that. 5, 10, 15. Let me measure here. Yeah. What are you doing with the ram? Why are you spinning? Oh, because he's slip sliding.
Slip sliding away.
Slip sliding on the grease.
Just rolling around in rams.
So she sees Sir Norval and Killian doing what they're doing, so she moves up 30 feet.
You mean like being so brave?
Being so brave. She moves up 30 feet and she holds her hands out and just like this glow, like the sun comes out and she casts Bless. 15 feet range.
Ooh.
So yeah, +1 with, it's a status bonus. I meant to ask you, your aura that you give off, what is that?
I think it's a John bonus.
It is not conflict.
It is not conflict.
Did John bonuses stack?
They stack on anything. Yeah. That's the best part about them.
Yeah.
Love a John bonus. So yeah, +1 status to attack
Slide
Nice.
up and bless.
for you two, since you're with an elimination.
Yeah.
All right, stop around 2. You see Father Selwyn Borvis in the back says, bring it to the altar, bring it, please, with all haste. And it is Killian's turn. Killian, you are laying in a puddle of ram's.
And he's already taken like a massive hit, like this gore to the, I'll say to like the upper neck or shoulders. And he's gonna stand up. He sees that Sir Norval has it restrained, but he is going, stop spinning, my guy. He's gonna stand up and then murder the goat. No, I think that's all he's gonna do. He's gonna stand up.
He's mad.
Just be like, bring it back, because Norval has it restrained. So I think we're good.
Yeah.
You know what? He'll
gonna aid him?
Yeah, he'll aid Norval,
All right, you're going to aid him in pulling it back.
bringing it back.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to reposition.
And Andromeda Quinn.
This seems like everybody's got it. Tell me if you need me to do something, but I'm going to stand here.
Andromeda, you can't try to control the ram at all.
Okay, I can try. You?
And I'm gonna cast command.
Command on the ram. Do you speak ram?
But it's a command that's
Are you
hard
familiar with
to
Ramese?
ignore. It says in the rules, hard to ignore.
You can come, so are you to come jack off the ram or something? What?
Matthew, come on.
That was out of line?
Do they have to know common?
Class.
Be sensible.
Doesn't say anything about language.
It's true. It's
In the
true.
wording of the spell, there's nothing
Shout
about
a command
language.
that's hard to ignore. You can command the target to approach you, run away, as if it had the fleeing condition, release what it's holding, drop prone, or stand in place.
Oh, wait. Oh, it has the linguistic
There
trait.
it is.
Always read the traits
Sydney
first.
read her traits. Yeah,
Good job,
it
Sydney.
depends on language.
I think that's the second bottle cap.
The brains.
Yeah, give her a bottle cap.
The brains.
You did the bare minimum.
Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna cast Figment again. She's so used to this, doing this all the time for her advisor and for events. So she's gonna put Sexy Lady Sheep over by the altar. We're talking big otters.
like a big old titty sheep.
Big mommy milkers over by the altar. And it's got a little bow, so you know it's a girl.
Right.
So you put a large-breasted sheep with a bow on its head.
This is why I'm not going to expand further than speaking into microphones with my daughter.
An
See,
illusory,
Matthew, you be classy about it.
an illusory, sexy sheep.
Yeah, and
Sexy, busty sheep.
you can tell from her hand movements and like she's whispering. This like comes really easy to Andromeda. Has she cast this before?
Oh,
and
yeah.
why?
Yeah. That's right.
All right, fair enough.
Wait, specifically the casting of a sexy sheep is easy?
Sexy sheep.
She's a practiced sheep seducer.
All right, so you put a hot sheep on the altar. This is exactly how I planned this would go.
This ram is like got a pierced lung. He's being wrestled by a giant offensive lineman. He's covered in grease. He's like, man, I want to have sex right now. More than
And he
anything."
also
Get me over there.
just got punched in the nuts.
And he also
Let's not
got
forget.
busted in the nuts.
She runs up to Helena as she casts that. She goes,
It's the best that I could think of. It's the sexiest sheep I could make.
Oh, okay.
What's this? I've never had to do this with a ram. I don't know.
I don't know what rams like. I don't know what they're into.
I hope that help you.
she yells to you guys.
The ram desperately tries to get to the hot sheep, wriggling and trying to break free of Sir Norval's grasp. But Sir Norval's powerful arms hold down the horny ram. And it is Sir Norval's turn. You have control of the situation here. I think with the aid of Killian and the others, you can drag this ram over there. And honestly, when he sees that you're pulling him towards an illusory hot sheep, he's like, thank you.
He's like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're making this easy. And he's getting excited. And you bring the ram over to the altar, and Father Borvis is like, he's standing there with this ceremonial weapon, and he looks to you, Killian. He's like, kill it. Help me. I cannot.
Wait, we're gonna kill
Help
the
me.
ram?
Kill it. Help me with the sacrifice.
It doesn't want it.
And yeah, all right. Killing it, just go, give me the knife.
I don't think he wants to be killed. I think he wants to get up on that.
Oh, he wants to finish what he started.
I'm going to dismiss it. It's making me feel bad that I've done this.
Hurry up.
I take it away.
The ram suddenly starts to buck while I'm.
I should do it now.
In the name of blessed Sardana, may this marriage be well for all of us. I'm just a city guardsman. And he'll slice the neck of the ram.
You try to make a speech.
Over this greasy, struggling ram.
What? And the ram fuck up. Slice the neck of the ram, and blood just pours from its neck. It goes flaccid.
And the ram dies.
Why?
I'm painting a picture here. And Father Selwyn composes himself and says, yes, I believe what this elf was saying.
I've known him for 24 years.
Is that we sacrifice this ram in Saidana's name to bless not only the weddings to come, but to bless Rosewood Vale and all the future of our town. Yes. So let this be a symbol of the future of Rosewood Vale. And everyone is like,
I set off another firework.
That's a symbol. Yeah, put a little flag. what the town sell. A greased, bleeding ram with a giant erection.
Oswin, don't.
Sorry, what do I know? Like a forest man, I'm drunk.
I think that Killian, after he's just trying to get it over with, the whole situation, and after just slicing this neck and watching the animal die in front of him. By the way, he's also nature is very important to Saidana as well, and that's why the sacrifice is so important. It's an important thing, and it got a little bit out of hand, and so he felt like he had to get it under control and just get it done with. But as the life is draining out of this animal, and he can feel as he's holding its jaw and its body, and he feels it go limp in his hand, he can't help but think of who else might die as a result of the decisions that were made here today.
Ram, body goes limp. The heartbeat stops and the blood goes from gushing to just leaking. And the crowd's applause or whatever dies down. Very good audience. Bottle cap for the audience. Figurative.
It won't work in your home game.
Yeah, you can't use it.
Actually, no. Let them have one for their home game.
Let them take one home.
Tell your GM to shut up.
They made the trip to the first session.
Now your fucking GM is.
No, I don't wanna. No, I won't give them a figurative bottle cap.
As everyone kind of steps away from this, and Father Selwyn is like going through the continuation of the ritual, there's a shriek from the dais, and you see Lady Montrose, the Baroness, like fall to her knees, and she's like, "Oh, tacos!
Oh,
It's the gas station tacos.
it's the gas station tacos. Maybe
All right, everyone. It's just the gas station tacos.
She had gas station tacos.
Fear not.
Well, she says she was feeling unwell from eating something, but you notice that she vomits on the stage, and Lord Montrose stands up and looks at her, and you all see that she has vomited like black bile.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And then, as your attention is all drawn to that, you hear this like, and then you hear Father Selwyn go, "Oh, gods!" The ram, whose head has been basically severed, starts to stand up.
What?
And we'll see you in
Let's fucking go!
Oh my God!
Thank you, Dallas!
Thank you, Dallas!
Oh, sings
Woo! Hell yeah!
Thank you, guys. We will see you real soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Woo!